Guys, we have major breaking news, and this one will shock you. As we speak, over 1,000 terrorist motorcycles have been destroyed in the northern border of Burkina Faso. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't imagine where are these terrorists coming from and where are they getting these motorcycles from. I think it's high time we start banning motorcycles. What the hell? Over 1,000 motorcycles was found in the bush. And what happened? Why did these terrorists leave these motorcycles in the bush? According to the information we got, that the Burkina Faso reconnaissance team were on surveillance with their drone. So that was where they discovered that a lot of people were migrating with motorcycles in the northern border of Burkina Faso. And what were they doing? They were trying to lay siege on the community. And immediately they noticed the drone presence, because when all these things move, you can hear some sound sometimes. And you know that recently the Burkinabe troops have been nuking these people with area bombardment. Now, when they try to perpetrate their evil act, they always try to be watchful of both the ground and the sky. And immediately they noticed the area unmanned vehicle. The next thing they did was to leave their bike and they ran for their life. And guess where they ran to? According to the information we had that they ran into Ivory Coast. My question is, what is going on in Ivory Coast? When we hear the name Ivory Coast, we used to remember Didier Drogba, the great footballer of Chelsea. When we look at Ivory Coast, we remember Yaya Toure and Kolo Toure. We think Ivory Coast is a great country. This is our own general opinion about Ivory Coast. Even though they have been a terrorist hideout for a long time, because even Blaise Compaoré, the man that unalived Thomas Sankara, is hiding in Ivory Coast. Over 1,000 terrorists from Ivory Coast, based on the information we had, they were migrating into the northern border of Burkina Faso. But when they saw the area unmanned vehicle, they ran back. Leaving their bike, they ran on their foot. But luckily for them, it was just a surveillance drone. It was not a drone that was ready to activate hell on them. And they ran away. And according to some sources, they said even what was more dangerous was they were expecting the arrival of Ibrahim Traore from his journey to Russia at any time. And they know he was not going to be coming just like that, because Ibrahim Traore has said many times that there is no point in negotiating with these people. The only language they understand is violence. And in my own opinion, I believe that the only way you can communicate with terrorists is to deal with them ruthlessly and mercilessly. The day you choose to be a terrorist is the day you decide that, okay, I want to hand over my life to the devil. But before you hand over your own life to the devil, the military personnel have to first of all send you to God. Either God will give you a second chance or he will now deliver you to the devil. That's left to God. So according to what we heard, they said the fear of Traore is now the beginning of wisdom. If you look at that clip, you will look at the vehicle. They ran with their guns. So the billion-dollar question is, till when will Ivory Coast continue to sabotage their neighbors? When? So this does not speak well of Ivory Coast. I am highly disappointed. Guys, what do you think? Give us your opinion in the comment section below.